Do you see the mistake here? See it? I sure do, and I'm going to show you what I did, how to fix it, and how to avoid it from happening in the first place. So this is a roughly $1,000, maybe more than that, canvas print that a customer bought and is ready to be hung next week. And I was walking by and expecting it, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I made this mistake. Do you see my mistake? Right there. Chromatic aberration, or aberration, or however you want to say it, chromatic aberration. Simple as a button click, and I didn't do it on this image. Is anybody going to notice? Photographers will. The customer won't, I don't think. But just a dumb little mistake that I wanted to get on here and show you. Here we are with the photo in question open in Lightroom. This is a giant oak tree on the central coast of California, and I just loved this scene at sunset as the light was coming in and illuminating these limbs, and just in love with this photograph. But what I neglected, I guess, to keep in mind is that in a high contrast scene like this, shooting at a wide open aperture, you're going to get some chromatic aberration in your images. And you can look up the scientific reasoning for that if you choose. I'm going to just kind of skip over that for now. But the basics are that when you're shooting with a wide open aperture in a high contrast situation, you're likely to get chromatic aberration. And what that looks like when we zoom in closer here is this color fringing here in purples and pinks and greens along our edges. And the way to fix that is, there's a couple of ways, but the super simple way is to, in Lightroom in your settings over here, scroll on down to the button that says remove chromatic aberration, and you click that button and you see what it does. And you just kind of keep an eye on that spot. That's without the button pushed, and that's with the button pushed. And it's not perfect, but oh my gosh, what a great difference it is. And if you do need to just fix it up a little bit more, you can always click your little, in your defringe section here, click your little color dropper, and then just go click on the color, and in Lightroom will continue to refine. But I don't really need to do that here. Like, I could probably click that and it would make it just that much better. You can adjust your purples and your greens and play with it until you feel good about it. But in this case, that's really all I needed to do. And then when I zoom out again, it's just not noticeable. And again, if this was an 11 by 14, it would not be noticeable. But that print was, 72 by 48, I think. So it's big. It's really big. And when I walked by, I noticed that purple line immediately, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot to do that. And it's not something that a typical client is going to notice. It's not something that ruins a photograph by any means, but as a pro photographer, it's one of those things that we really need to pay attention to, especially when we're selling large prints. And I sell a lot of fairly large, like 48 by 36 prints, and removing that chromatic aberration is just a step that I go through, and I missed it on this one. And just a reminder to you, a reminder to me to go in there and zoom in, just check your colors and see how they're looking. And then I typically remove chromatic aberration as just a step when I'm editing a photograph, and I missed it on that one. So here's some other shots from that day. It's just, stuff like this. I think this is really cool. This is mostly unedited, but I wonder if we zoom in. Yeah, see, there it is again. So then if we just remove it in this image, we should see that just disappear, or at least get just less prominent. And it did. Look again when we put it back and when we take it out. So again, a little reminder to click that button, remove that aberration, and then when you're shooting out in the field, kind of keep that in the back of your head too. Are you shooting wide open? Are you shooting a high contrast scene? And what's the quality of your lens? Typically, the lower quality lens, you're going to get much more of that chromatic aberration. The higher quality lens, you're going to get a little bit less. And that just has to do with how the colors are processed through the glass of the lens, and then how it hits the sensor and where those colors focus. So look it up if you want the full scientific details. I'm not the one to ask about that. I just know that it happens, and I know how to avoid it and how to fix it. All right, friends. Little lesson today, remove chromatic aberration from your photographs, especially if you're going to be printing big, which I hope you are.